Hello everyone. So as you guys saw in the previous series of mine, I learned the C++ from W3 schools on my own. So from today, I'm going to test the skills or my analytical skills. So I'm just gonna prepare for my next interviews. So I'm gonna start the preparation series of C++ from the HackerRank itself. So this is the this is the plan they have already given. So I'm gonna start from the first challenge and move to the next advanced challenges. So let's start from the first thing. So here the basic program has already been provided here. So this is the main function and the print statement and the return value. So the first objective is this is a simple challenge to help you practice printing to stand out. You may also want to complete solve me first in C++ before attempting this challenge. So let's move to solve me first. Okay, these are the previous things. I don't want to get into this. Okay, anyway, so we're starting out by printing the famous hello world to standard output. So any number of values, the output format should be hello world standard. So it's already been provided. Let's just run the code. So it was already provided, so no issues. I'm just going to submit the code and move to the next. Yeah. So we're moving on to next challenge. Yeah. So this objective is we practice the reading input from standard input and printing output to standard output. So in C++ we can read a single whitespace separated token of the input using cin and print output to standard output using cout. For example, let's say we declare the following variables. So there are actually two variables, one variable is for string and the other will for an integer. So we're gonna import string and an integer. So I'm gonna take in two for string as well as an integer n. Yeah. So I have not defined these two variables, so I'm just gonna define string s and int n for an integer. So this reads the first word hi from standard input. So it is already been provided by the HackerRank server itself. So it will be giving its own input and test the outputs regarding based on my program. So I think we should just print out the inputs. So cout yes and give some space to it, n and end the line. So it's already been provided here, so that's what we should do. So task is to read three numbers from the standard input and print the sum to the standard output. Okay, so we need three inputs here. Okay, so this is not the program. What we need to do is we're going to take three integers called a, b and c. Let's say a, b and c. So a for input, b along with another variable c. So we're gonna declare another variable called as sum. So it's always better to assign the value as 0, so there will be no issues during the runtime. So I'm just gonna print out sum. So sum equals a plus b plus c. So I'm just gonna run the code. It's processing and the output has been given as 10. So it has run the sample test case. So I'm just gonna submit it. So these are multiple test cases and every test case having passed here. Continue and on to next challenge. So I think these are the simple programs that is just provided to practice some C++ data types and their format specifier and their most common bit widths are as follows. So integer is of 32-bit integer, long is of 64-bit, and so on. To read a data type, use the following syntax. So format specifier, so scan, okay, I don't need this. So what we need to do, so printf is for the formatting of a print statement. So I'm providing f. So this basically is used for that type of data that is going to print out. So if it's a character, it should be used as modulus c for the character to printing of the character, and for long it will be modulus lf for double. So the sample input is 3, some big number along with character. So this is integer and this is long, this is character, this is float, and this is double, I think. So it has been explained over here. So print integer 3 followed by long, character, float, and double. So I need to complete the code. So we'll take in a int int long v, character c, and float d, double e. So now I'm just want to print out it. Before printing out those, I need to take the inputs from the server. So I'm using scanf, specify the type of the access specifier or format specifier, sorry. So the format specifiers are, for integer it will be %d, %d, and for long it is lf, so is it given here? Okay, it is given over here, this long d, and for character it is %c, %f for float. The last thing is double, it is given as lf. So a, b, c, d, and e, and I need to provide a ampersand symbol over here to refer those variables. Ampersand and ampersand. So it's gonna take the input from the server. So the next thing is I need to print out those variables. So I'm using the format printf. So in order to print it, I will do the same thing by specifying all the formats along with its respective variables. So now I'm just gonna print out those. So this exactly works. So the sample output should be line by line. So let's just give a new line over here. New line on the code. One error is I not used semicolon in order to end the statements. Just run the code once again. And one more issue. So my output is giving some error here. Okay, just okay. The thing is, when I'm just want to display those, I don't need to insert ampersand because it may display some random things. Let's run the code one more time. So again, yeah, so it's giving out white spaces over here, but the output is what we want. I just want to remove those spaces. So what I'm going to do is I will remove those white spaces. Just run the code once again. Yeah, so the sample test case has been passed. I'll submit the code. So this is just each and every test case that the server has. So as you can see, all the test cases have been passed. So we are moving on to the next challenge.